Hi guys, it's me, Lava Mapping, again. This is definitely a video that's different from the usual videos I upload, but the reason I'm not uploading a mapping video is because I'm lazy, and also because Revanche just is nowhere near ready to release, so instead I'm just gonna be doing this. So, backstory. This is an old project I had made in like December 2020. So that's 3 years ago. When I was like around 11 or something. So take this was made with MS Paint, by the way. So take this entire thing with a grain of salt. Um, I can also say that I was a bit dumb when I was 11. So you're gonna see some weird things in this, but basically it's titled "The Story of World War III, Russian Victory Scenario." So yeah, I'm pretty sure with those first two words in Russian victory scenario, you should already know this is really stupid. But yeah, basically the backstory to this is that like it's 2039, and apparently Russia became like really nice and Ukraine became evil. I don't know why I did this. 11-year-old me was really stupid, but yeah, I'm gonna show it to you guys because I am lazy. All right, so yeah, this is the first. I'm not even gonna show you the first slide because I basically just like explained everything that happened. But this is the second slide. I added speaker notes to this entire project, so you'll be able to see like what is happening. So right now it says Russia invades Ukraine after recent aggression, which is I don't think it takes even a single brain cell to tell you that is one of the biggest like idiotic comments anyone has ever made, but 11-year-old me made it. Don't 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 be too mean. All right. And then uh this is where the real unrealistic stuff happens. Russia advances into Ukraine. Like they go through Donbass and Crimea, and it's going well. I think this has been tried in real life, and if it isn't working for Russia now, it would not work for it in the future because Russia's just gonna get weaker. Um, After this, the CSTO joins because they see Ukraine as a threat. Um, yeah, I think it's safe to say 11-year-old me really did only have 11 brain cells. The Russians crossed the Dnieper, or Dnieper, and then after that, they put Lvov under siege. And I find it really funny that Belarus is just able to do all of this. Um, yeah, this is so bizarre. I do not know why I made this. Chapter 6 or slide 6. Russia takes Kiev once again. Unrealistic as seen from real life. And the Ukrainians free to Odessa. And then Belarus takes Lvov, and it's over. Russia capitulates Ukraine. So yeah, I this should show you how bad this is going to be going forward. I also just realized I did not color in these islands, and in the beginning I didn't even color in Kaliningrad. So yeah, the quality on this is gonna be bad. I've made so many mistakes here. Look at that. Look at that little border. So Ukrainian government's captured, and this is the Treaty of Rostov. So Ukraine gives Donbass to Russia. The last time I checked, that's a little bit more than just Donbass. Uh, Belarus will just randomly take some northern territories because why not? Russia will give Poland Lvov in the conditions that they join the CSTO. So that's how you know that this was made by his Vladimir Zhirinovsky fanboy. Um, I'm not confirming anything. Maybe 11-year-old me did like Vladimir Zhirinovsky, so what? Um, and a pro Moscow League. Oh, CS2 will reform to the Moscow League, and a pro Moscow League government will be set up in Ukraine. Yeah, this is this is disgusting. Look at these borders too; these are horrible. And then after that, the next slide, it's not a war yet. It's just like the allegiances. And I think I forgot to mention a few countries may have switched sides here. It might be a bit hard to tell which ones. Switzerland's still neutral, and it's just Andorra that's also neutral. Yeah, the Arab League also exists, which like they haven't even like a good bunch of the Arab League left. I didn't even like align them with the Moscow League or the DWU Democratic World Union. I literally just kept them alive, just a shell of their former selves. As you can see, Romania decided to switch sides. Italy decided to switch sides because why not? Greece decided to switch sides. And then everyone else was like, hey, you know what? Russia's kind of cringe. So after this, the second Syrian civil war begins. These guys just can't catch a break. And Kurdish rebels pop up in northern Syria. If you remember from the previous one, Syria is part of the Arab League, so I don't even remember what I did with this. This is going to be as surprising for me as it is for anyone else. The Kurdish rebels gain a foothold. Oh, Turkey joins, and a provisional government started in Aleppo. A coup begins in southern Syria. That is insane. Yeah, so the green is the coup government. The north is the provisional government. The red is Kurdistan, and then Turkey decides to join, because why wouldn't they? Oh, and then the Kurds spill into Iraq, which is totally a smart move. Uh, Syria advances into Islam. Oh, these guys are Islamists. I probably should have taken the hint by the fact they were green. Um, I randomly decide to change the color. Israel just yoinked the Golan Heights. That's probably one of the only like okay looking borders you'll see there. Kurdistan decides to just go full on monkey mode and destroy everything in their path. The Syrians are beating back the Islamists. And then Iran decides to get involved. I don't know why. They to gain more influence. That is the reason I gave. That is insane. Kurdish rebels attack in Turkey, and the Islamists decide to push to Aleppo. So I'm not sure how this hadn't already started like a larger war, but or I guess it did either way. Oh, then Armenia and Azerbaijan decide to scuffle, cause why wouldn't they? Turkey's getting like absolutely wrecked. Iraq is also like dying. The Islamists have surrounded Aleppo, and Iran hasn't done anything yet. They haven't done anything yet. Uh oh yeah, Greece decides to join. What is that? Decides? This is just shrinking my brain in real time. I'm going to become more and more insane. I also love how I just put a red circle there for no reason. Greece joins the war to have control over Istanbul, because that is definitely majority Greek. Iran invades Iraq from the south because that totally happened and totally was feasible in their Iran-Iraq war. And yeah, they siege Basra. So, yeah. Oh, and I think some Armenian rebels popped up here. I did I don't think that was there before, right? Yeah, that was not there before. I don't know where these guys came from. Uh, and then these guys keep going. Syria collapses, or the provisional government collapses. Greece just begins destroying Turkey. Turkey's just getting like absolutely decimated. Iraq is dying, and Armenia is now cut off from everyone else. I wonder if Iran's gonna save them. And it's not Iran who saves them, it's actually Russia, because Russia decides to join in, because why wouldn't they? So, yeah, this is pretty much over. When did these guys join? Wait, wait, is that a mistake? That's a mistake. They just Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel and Palestine just decide to join in temporarily. Oh, not even Kuwait joins after. What happened? Oh, they joined the war just to help end it. That I find that so stupid. That their ally was in Syria. They didn't even attack the rebels. They just decided to go straight for Iraq. My brain is dying. Istanbul surrounded. Turkey is about to die, and so is Azerbaijan. Oh, a treaty is signed. Treaty of St. Petersburg. Kurdistan gains independence. Iran will annex parts of Iraq and Turkey. Wait, but Iran cedes land to Kurdistan. I'm not even going to question it anymore. Armenia will gain all ethnically Armenian lands. Greece will annex parts of Western Turkey. That's some Megali idea stuff right there. Istanbul will be renamed. Greece will be named to Byzantium. That is horrible. I do. Oh my god. Syria will have the new government and annex the borderlands of Turkey and Iraq. So now we just have like an Islamist Syria here. Um, Russia will annex northern Azerbaijan, and this is just signed. So Turkey is still alive. Wait, Cyprus. Cyprus was in this war? Alright. Turkey is still alive and Azerbaijan are still alive. They're just not doing well at all. So that's nice. So the new alliances are just the Arab League decided to flee to the DWU. Israel switched sides for seemingly no reason. The Islamists joined the Russians, which is weird because in this timeline Russia's supposed to be like super democratic and stuff. And I don't even know. I'm not gonna ask any more questions. And now uh what the what the oh, this is a mistake. Hold on. Oh no, it wasn't a mistake. So Kosovo gets split up. Serbia has the Serbian majority stuff. Albania has the Albanian majority stuff, and they sign a non-aggression pact. This is definitely unrealistic. And then Srpska decides to, hey, you know what? We don't want to be in Bosnia anymore, and rebels. Hungary, Croatia, and Slovenia help Bosnia because they don't want Bosnia to fall to the Serbs. And the rebels, even with all this help, they still siege Sarajevo, which is really funny. They even surround Sarajevo, and they capture it. That is sad. Oh, Italy and Serbia, or Italy joins the war, and Serbia joins the war for personal gains, and Austria joins to try to take South Tyrol. You cannot make this up. So I'm not surprised by the Serbian joining, but Italy just randomly intervening is really weird. Oh, and then Bulgaria joins because, it's a Balkan war. You gotta get the entire gang in. Uh, Vojvodina, or whatever this place is getting pummeled by the Hungarians. Bulgaria is also bullying Serbia here. Bosnia is like on the brink of collapse. Austria is still somehow pushing Italy, and Italy is like at the brink of destroying Slovenia. And this just continues. Georgiana is surrounded, and Serbia pushes Bulgaria back, even though they are doing a push in Bosnia already. These are just random Serbians that appeared out of thin air. Fun fact. This wasn't supposed to happen. Um. Oh, Romania joins the war to get Dobruja. Ukraine invades Romania, and they all invade. These guys invade Ukraine because Ukraine's invading Romania. But it's never explained why Ukraine invades Romania here. So I don't know why. It's maybe because even I thought the borders were ugly. So I was like, "Hey, you know what? This border is so ugly that I'm just gonna eliminate Ukraine. Also, Crimea and Kaliningrad aren't colored in purple. So, yeah, this is canonically part of Czechia. Uh, they just decide to destroy Ukraine. Bosnia finally dies. Croatia split in two. Austria's still somehow pushing. And Bulgaria's getting beaten back. Zagreb is sieged. Bulgaria's overwhelmed. And Italy attacks southern Austria. So I think that's Graz or whatever that city is. So I just want to point out that I feel like America or like that DWU would intervene at that point. So yeah, this is just becoming more and more brain dead the further we go on. Croatia dies, Slovenia dies, Austria is getting pushed back. Hungary is still cooking Romania. Romania is still cooking Bulgaria. Ukraine's about to die. Ukraine does a last stand at Kiev. Moldova's dying. And Austria's dying. Ukraine dies, and Romania sieges Chisinau, and a treaty is signed. This is disgusting. Treaty of isn't it Palermo? Whatever. Russia will annex Belarus because of economic failure, and Ukraine. So Belarus just decided to go through a depression here, and instead of trying to fix themselves, they're just like, oh, Papa Ruski. Let me get annexed by you. Um, Hungary will annex Transylvania and Vojvodina, which makes no sense, by the way, because they could have very well, they could have won this. They could have won this war easily, but they still decide to piece them out, which is insane. Bulgaria will annex part of southern Serbia, even though they were getting like destroyed up until that point. Serbia annexes Montenegro. Why? No reason. Italy annexed Trieste. I'm pretty sure they already have Trieste. I think I meant like this entire area. Um, Russia will reform into the Eurasian Republic. So, yeah, I think I took some of the elements from this and I applied them into 2 stars, my pretty bad series. So, actually, I can see a lot of parallels to that. So, yeah, I can see it. Romania annexes Bessarabia. So, yeah, more cursed borders. Croatia looks like this now. Hungary is just becoming Horthy Miklos's dream. And Romania just looks screwed up. These are the alliances, no surprise here. The dudes who just got attacked want to be the DWU. Cyprus decides to become neutral now. So I suppose Francisco Franco just got like resurrected because now Spain's in a civil war again. But this time it's Catalonia doing its silly stuff. I say this is all Catalonia, but I'm pretty sure Catalonia has like part of this, so I lied. Uh, all of the Basque, Galicia, the Balearic Islands, and Andalusia decide, hey, you know what? Let's dip. And Catalonia just attacks Andorra for no reason. Just why not? And honestly, I guess so, because that's a micronation. Uh, the Valencian rebels also tried to secede, so Spain's just completely collapsing. There's not even any help coming from the outside world. It's just they're just leaving Spain to their own devices. And it's also really funny because I also added like something like this in my own or in 2 stars. So this really is just the I guess the pilot for 2 stars. Um Andorra's completely occupied. The Balearic rebels took their islands. Andalusia attacks Gibraltar, so now the UK has joined the war. Finally, someone is helping these guys. Aragonese rebels attack Spain, so Aragon's now in here. Government loses control of large portions of the military, and Spain just collapses. Yep, that's it. They just collapse. And this happens. The UK even just like pieces out Andalusia and just cedes Gibraltar to them. That's insane. And now Andalusia is part of the Moscow League. All of these guys are in the same alliance, even though they were just at war. I can't. And now here are the Asian allegiances. Uh, yeah, North Korea is neutral, and like all of these countries, all the blue countries in blue, DW, red is Moscow League. So I guess you can say if a war happened here in Asia, it'd be pretty obvious who would win. Then rebels try to create a capitalist China, not a democratic one, just a capitalist one. So Pepsi is about to rule China. Taiwan helps the rebels, moving its government to the mainland secretly. This seems like a really dangerous idea. And then China just falls into civil war because you know what? Why would they not? And then Russia's like, hey, you know what? Maybe losing the biggest ally I have on this continent is not a good idea. So they joined the war. China's just getting obliterated, even though at this point they would realistically be the second strongest military on Earth. And they're losing to a bunch of ragtag rebels. Manchurian rebels spill into Russia, so Vladivostok is not going to be Russian no more. Guangzhou is encircled, which I just find so funny that they were not only crossed the Pearl River, but got to the other side. And they also encircle Shanghai, so China's getting destroyed right now. They take it. Uh, Tibet and Xinjiang, Manchuria, they're all doing good. But then China, losing control of its land, takes a missile named Poseidon that Russia gave to them and nuked Taipei. It creates a 500-foot radioactive water tsunami that can flood an entire island. This nuclear bomb actually exists today. I do not remember this. So, China basically just destroys Taiwan. But this, I don't understand how this would be a problem because they moved their government to the mainland. But yeah, this is why would you do that? That is so counterproductive. They're on the mainland now. You're not getting rid of them. And after this, everyone just decides, hey, you know what? This is stupid. So everyone invades them. India, South Korea, and Japan invade them. Uh, and China just dies. Yeah, the second most powerful military on Earth, or supposed to be at the time, just folds like a chair at one of those cheap functions. This is disgusting. Uh, yeah, these are the borders. This is that just pure insanity. Qingdao gained independence. Yunnan gained independence. Qinghai gained independence. Russia just gives Manchuria Vladivostok for no reason. There's no reason to do this. You could have curb stomped them easily. But no, you just choose to give it to them. Uh yeah. This is insane. And now now it's a bit split because now this new China and its like fractured states are now part of the DWU, but it doesn't even matter because apparently in this universe China is just a paper tiger. So now we go back to Europe. Kazan, a Treaty of Kazan, Eurasia annexes Kazakhstan because of economic instability. Yeah. They're just gonna keep doing this. I imagine one day that it's just gonna be Italy that's going to go into some small recession, and immediately they're just gonna be like, "Oh, Eurasia, you need to let me in." All right, and then next, America declares war on Canada after accusations of Canada getting rid of Inuit rights. So like Nunavut. I don't know what was going through my brain here, honestly. Like I don't know if I was having a stroke, if I had a tumor in my brain, if I was literally being held at gunpoint by some redneck who just hated Canada that much. But this would not be a reason for America to invade Canada ever. So this is just some kind of like Iraq situation where it was like a false accusation and they're really trying to go for something else. So let's just say that canonically some oil was found in Nunavut and America's trying to get its hands on it. Uh America just curb stomps Canada, obviously. And America just completely annexes it. And then Pakistan just randomly shoots artillery at Indian soldiers. India declares war on Pakistan, and this is eventually going to be the start of World War III. So yeah, it's the fifth Indo-Pakistani War. Afghanistan joins because why wouldn't they join? Oh, to get their agreements to give the ethnic Pashtun lands to Afghanistan. So Pakistan's willing to just invite these guys to their party and give up a bunch of their stuff, probably only for a few mountains. That's sad. Then Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar join, and they all just begin teaming on India. This is kind of spawn killing, bro. This is not very poggers. Iran invades because why wouldn't they invade? And yep, here we go. So Eurasia decides to declare war on these guys to protect its allies. I would think they're just gonna airdrop supplies or something because there's no way they're getting around here, around the Pacific, without their Vladivostok. So, yeah, pretty big oversight there. Japan, China, South Korea, all decided to join to help their allies. So they're just all best friends here. Um, Russia invades Hokkaido, which I find really unrealistic, like even in this scenario. Seeing how I'm pretty sure the Kuril Islands probably have like 3 ragtag ports made of like 4 Russian fishermen and like their wives. There's no way they would land here. I could kind of understand uh, Japan invading Sakhalin though. Um, as you can see, this is getting more and more insane. America decides to join in because World War III, why not? And this just causes everyone else to start fighting. And yeah, looking at this, yeah, this is bad. So these guys, the Democratic World Union advances into Italy and Poland and Romania, but then Bulgaria, Macedonia, and Albania get owned. Azerbaijan didn't even stand a chance. They just got decimated in a war. Palestine, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia are dying. Iraq is dying for a second time in 2 years. Turkey's dying for a second time in 2 years. The Baltics are getting owned, and Russia's just randomly advancing here for no reason. Tunisia's also advancing into the Sahara. This is definitely the war slide which I put the least amount of effort into because I'm pretty sure Algeria would not care if you invaded here. Maybe here, not here. Oh, and Serbia and Albania don't fight each other because of the non-aggression pact. So, for some reason, Serbia and Albania are best friends here. Uh, Nepal gets destroyed. Moscow League tries to take Beijing, and Russia attacks Japan from the Kurils. I could tell, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but this here looks like America decided to cross the Bering Strait, which then why would the Russians stick around in the Kuril Islands? If there even is a port here, just dip. Because the Americans are just gonna come and kill you all. Uh Yeah, so Villainous is taken. Russia is still advancing here for no reason. Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Turkey, or Georgia, Azerbaijan died. Turkey's about to die. Italy's just getting tag teamed by Central Europe in general. These guys are advancing into the Sahara for no reason. Yeah, this is horrible. After this, America takes Kamchatka and Chukchi, so I do not know why these guys aren't leaving. The DW makes a deal with North Korea that if they give the DW the nuclear bomb Kim, which is stronger than Poseidon, so this is just sci-fi stuff here now, the North could annex the South. So they're just giving up the South. They're just sacrificing it for this like nuclear bomb that could totally be based. Um, Poland's still getting rolled over, but in the South they're regaining stuff. Algeria abandons the Sahara, which makes sense. Libya dies. Italy's about to die. Russia finally attacks in an area that isn't some random useless far north. Uh, Beijing is taken, and the first Kim bomb is detonated, killing many soldiers and innocents. 26 million people die. So let me reiterate that. Once the Moscow League, these guys advanced into Beijing, instead of like doing some kind of last minute defense or something, they just decide to nuke it and destroy everything here. Um, I don't know how this doesn't cause the world to end because I'm pretty sure the Moscow League would respond, but oh well. Yeah, now it's just pretty obvious who's gonna win. Italy dies. A Kim bomb is dropped on Pisa, killing 1 million people. So Italy, yeah, Italy's gone now. This is insane. Eurasian troops advance into Fennoscandia. The not Moscow League. The DW makes counterattacks here, while Myanmar gets sliced in half. Uh, the third Kim bomb is dropped on Quetta when Iranian troops come in. So they're just they're literally just using tactical nuclear bombs at this point. Uh, Moscow Leagues begins an offensive into Central Europe. I don't know how any of this is happening though because Russia must have lost like a good like 2 million soldiers throughout all of this. Uh, then 1 million Indian troops enter Islamabad. The DW nukes Islamabad and destroys Rawalpindi in the process. 4 million people die there. Pakistan collapses. So they nuked Pakistan twice, their own ally. They nuked it twice now, and they finally collapse. Myanmar, Han, and Yunnan. Oh, what is Han? Oh, oh. This is supposed to be Han. I think this is called Hainan, but I didn't know that. My bad. If anyone watching is Chinese, this is my bad. Um, yeah, this is. So they just take back all of this. The Moscow League is ready to just enter Central Europe. Afghanistan surrenders. Russia takes its strongest nuke, the Tsar bomb, and nukes Pyongyang so that no more Kim bombs would be shipped out. Uh, and I think it works because North Korea does not exist after that. Uh, Poland gets nuked 3 times with Kim bombs, and only 3 million people die, and Poland just collapses. They didn't go for Russia or India or Iran. They went for Poland, which was pretty clearly weak. I don't understand the logic in this. Um, so these guys decide to go in. The Philippines just surrenders, even though Moscow League hasn't even landed on their lands. Guangzhou is surrounded. Russia still occupies more than half of Poland. Eurasian troops get, oh, or not Russia, Eurasia. Eurasian troops get close to Stockholm. And, yeah, now it's just like, it's just a matter of pushing. The Eurasians just push further and further. Now they're in the south here. Uh, yeah, Berlin falls. Russia somehow navally invades Japan because Russia's known for its naval dominance on the seas. Uh, Mainland Europe dies. Uh, oh yeah, and Alaska's being invaded, which is a bit more believable, I guess. Not really. Iceland is invaded and Britain is invaded because definitely it would be or Russia to number one get naval supremacy here, but number two conduct a successful invasion of Britain. That would totally happen. Um, and it's just slow decimation. Like Britain falls, and after losing this part here, like just a bunch of northern tundra and Seattle, America just dips because Washington D.C. is nuked. So I'm just surprised that this didn't become a nuclear war. That this makes no sense. I also think I just deleted Lake Ontario. Uh, yeah, I deleted Lake Ontario. That's my bad. So these are the new borders. The DW will be disbanded. Eurasia will annex the Baltic states, Finland, and a large part of Poland. Because remember, Poland doesn't exist anymore. Germany, I just decided to make Germany big so that all the Kaiserboos would like this. So any Kaiserboos watching, make sure to drop a like. Um, Iberia is reformed. Italy comes back. The Tuaregs are given independence, and Algeria just looks like this now. Romania, Yugoslavia, and Greece or Byzantium exist. And I think they just annexed Turkey. Just straight up annexed it. Uh, Britain is split up. Scandinavia is there. Here, um, we have an Indian nationalist's biggest dream. That this insane, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like Big Bharat or something. Uh, Central Asia unites. Mongolia. Look at this border here. This is disgusting. That they just decide to split Manchuria here. Russia just annexes this. This is horrible. China gets reunited somewhat. Korea gets reunited. We have Indochina with Thailand included. Bundle deal. And America here. We have Deseret, California, Cascadia, Texas, Canada, Quebec without a good amount of its population, and with Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. I don't know. And America still exists. It's just not very strong anymore. At least we won't have to deal with the border wall anymore, will we? Uh, so yeah, that's it. I hope you guys did not want to gouge out your eyes after watching this, but if you do, don't blame me. You clicked on the video.